Hi, I'm Colton Thigpen.
And I'm Mary Calloway, and we are Express Livestock Genomics.
Today we're going to show you a graphic that explains the genetic defect PHA. It's important to note that PHA, like TH, is a lethal defect. That means when you get a positive animal, it's a fatality. So we want to stay away from that scenario because it's not only a fatality in the calf. PHA is so dangerous because it can often be a fatality in the cow. This particular defect will cause the fetus or the calf inside the cow to absorb water, and it becomes basically like a baby sea lion inside the cow. They can weigh up to 300 pounds and make it impossible to have a vaginal birth on that cow, and so you either have to have a cesarean, or if you're not on top of your game, then you have a double fatality there. So this is a very, very important defect to pay attention to. Now, a question might be posed, well, why don't we eradicate this? Some breeds are, however, some aren't, and there is positive traits that you get from the carrier animals. So that's why we want to make smart breeding decisions, and hopefully we can help you with that today. We have two graphs here that explain whenever you take a carrier animal and breed that to a clean animal, and then a carrier animal bred to another carrier animal. So this is something that you'll get your probabilities out of on each mating that you do, and Mary can explain this very well.
Of course. So, just to give a little background, we're going to use uppercase P and lowercase p to indicate a carrier animal. Your two lowercase p's are going to be your clean animals, or your negative, meaning that they do not carry the PHA gene, or your double uppercase p's, which is a positive or fatality within that breeding decision. So, like Colton said, here we are breeding a carrier PHA animal to a clean or negative PHA animal. 50% of the time, you're going to get a carrier animal out of this mating. 50% of the time, you also have the probability of getting a clean animal or a PHA negative animal. In this scenario, we're taking a PHA carrier animal and breeding it back to another PHA carrier animal. 25% of the time, you're going to get an animal that is a positive PHA animal, meaning that you run into the probability of having a dead calf and or a dead cow and calf. With this mating, you also still get a 50% chance of getting a carrier animal, so just a PHA carrier. Or you could have a 25% chance of getting a completely free negative PHA animal.
Thank you, Mary. So now you know how to make a breeding decision that best suits you. Whether you want to stay away from those bad fatality positive animals, whether you would like a carrier, or whether you're trying to eradicate this and get a clean animal, here are your breeding decisions. However, this would be like if I do a flush, right, of this and I get 10 calves, that doesn't necessarily mean 5 of them are going to be this way and 5 this way. This is more like each particular calf, you flipped a coin. And so you can flip heads 10 times in a row. It's not very probable, but it can happen. So each particular mating, you have a 50-50 chance. That's what these percentages are trying to explain to you. So, on reaching us, if they have any questions, you can call the office, contact Mary or myself. That office number is 325-235-BULL.